Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests. It is my privilege and honor to be Toastmaster of the day today. And we do have a couple of great speeches, and if time permits, we're also going to have one more person that has prepared a speech for us, and we'd like to give that after the second speaker, and that's going to be Scott Gammon. So without further ado, I'm going to keep the process going, and I'm going to bring up our first speaker, who will be giving a speech entitled "The Young Man, Old Man, and C." Andre Wiley is a member of the Mayo Clinic Toastmasters and Vice President of Public Relations. He has just finished the Competent Communicator Manual and is now working on his Advanced Communicator Bronze. Please join me in welcoming Andre Wiley.
You guys obviously don't know me, so thanks for the clapping and everything. Today, I'm going to actually tell you a story that I heard. We were just talking, Mr. Fred was just talking about the turning points in our lives, and this was one of the things I had heard that was pivotal to me wanting to become a speaker, and for me to want to become an author, and for me to want to share my story in general. And I call it the young man, the old man, and the seed. The reason why I call that is because I pretend like I'm the young man in the story, which I probably would have been, because I always think that I know everything. Because I'm still kind of young, I'm 35 now, and I'm starting to realize that I don't know. But this young man was wanting to become a very wealthy person. So he went and found someone who was very wealthy, and he said, "What's your secret?" And the person looked at him and said, "Do you really want to know the secret?" The young man, he's got regular clothes on, he's very energetic, seems like he has potential. The young man says, "Absolutely, I want to know the secret to success. I want to know the secret to making money. I want to know the secret to being influential." He says to the young man, he says, "Okay, there's a man I want you to meet. Go down to the beach, 5 in the morning, you'll meet him, and he'll tell you the secret of success." So the young man thinks in his head, 5 o'clock in the morning, who's going to teach me anything at 5 o'clock in the morning? But he doesn't convey that, he just says, "Okay." So the next morning, he gets up reluctantly, because young men don't generally get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. I can vouch for that. You don't normally get up at 5 in the morning unless we absolutely have to. He goes down to the beach, which we don't normally do at 5 o'clock in the morning because it's cold, it's windy, it's cold. And he goes and sees this really old man who was the only one on the beach. He goes up to him and introduces himself. Sticks out his hand to shake his hand. The old man just kind of looks at him. Remember that movie or the show Kung Fu? That's what the young man thought this guy was. Some kind of martial arts sensei type guy. So when he sticks his hand out, the old man looks at him, looks him up and down and says, "No, you're not ready." Starts to walk off. The young man was mad at this point. "What do you mean I'm not ready? I got up at 5 o'clock in the morning. It's cold out here. I want to learn the secret to success." So the old man stops walking and he says, "Do you really want to learn the secret to success?" The young man says, "Of course, I'm here." The old man thinks for a second, turns and walks into the water. He walks in about knee deep, says, "If you want to know the secret to success, come meet me here in the water." Young man, and I know he did this for a fact, says, "Are you kidding me? We got to go in the water now? Do you know how cold it is? I'm ready to go home and start making some money, and you're telling me to go into the water? I've got my clothes on, I've got my $100 Jordans on, and you want me to go into the water and ruin them. So the old man says, told you you're not ready. Starts walking. So the young man says, wait, okay. Starts walking into the water. He says, okay, I'm in the water. Now can you tell me the secret to success? The old man says, are you sure you want to learn the secret to success? He says, I'm in the water. Would you just get this over with? Can we get this over with so I can start making this money? So the old man says, okay. Walks a little bit further into the water. Now he's waist deep. Come on with me. So the young man says, well, I'm already in here. Walks in, waist deep. Says, okay, now, what are we going to do now? Are we going to go in chest deep? He says, oh, that's a good idea. So the old man walks in a little bit further. Now the water's chest deep. Now the young man is thinking to himself, okay, I don't know how to swim. But his ego would not, of course, let him say that to the old man. So he goes in chest deep, but now he's apprehensive. He's thinking, I am not going further into this water. There's no way that I can spend money if I'm dead. So the old man says, I see you a little apprehensive there. What's going on? He says, oh, nothing, I'm fine. I just really want to learn this so I can get out of this water. So he says, okay, we're going to take one more walk, though. He goes in. Now the water is shoulder deep, touching his chin. Now, the old man turns and says, do you want to learn the secret of success? He says, yes, absolutely. So the old man pushes his head in the water. He can't swim. Bubbles going everywhere. But at this point, he's thinking, okay, what's next? So the old man has his hand on his head still. Been about 10 seconds, 15 seconds. Now the young man is starting to panic. He's flailing, starting to grab his hand. Now another 5, 10 seconds goes. Now he's panicking. He's doing everything he can to get his head back up above the water. Finally, after 30 seconds, the old man lets his head go, pops his head out of the water. He's coughing, he's gagging. He says, what do you do that for? What'd you do that for? Are you trying to kill me out here? Are you a crazy old man? You got me out here in the middle of the ocean and I don't know how to swim. The old man looks at him. He said, were you thinking about how cold it was? He said, no. Were you thinking about money? No. What were you thinking about? I was just thinking about getting a breath. I wanted some oxygen. I want to breathe. The old man turns and looks at him and says, when you want to be successful, as bad as you want to breathe, then you will be successful. Thank you very much.